I've asked friends about what they think would be the different types of wealth, and they said na marami ba? No? Yun yung reaction nila. Marami bang iba't ibang klaseng wealth? Para sa kanila kasi, pag sinabing wealth, it's just about money. Kayo, anong naisip nyo pag sinabing or naririnig nyo ang salitang wealth? Usually, ang pumapasok sa utak natin dyan ay pera, investments, assets, net worth, anything about finances or financials. But siguro naririnig na rin natin na may mga mayayaman pero hindi naman masaya. So I don't think you can say that they are truly wealthy or truly rich. So given that simple illustration, I would say that wealth comes in many forms, and true wealth is living richly in every part of your life. What are the different types of wealth? What are they, and what are some of the examples of that wealth? The first type of wealth, which is what we usually think about when we hear the word wealth, is yung financial wealth. This refers to money and paper assets. So examples of these are your bank savings accounts, your cash, and your investments in mutual funds, stock market, etc. The second type of wealth is physical wealth. At ang physical wealth, it can come in two forms. The first one is yung health natin, yung physical wellness ng katawan natin. But also, I would like to include na pag sinabing physical wealth, ito yung mga tangible assets or yung mga pag-aari natin. So, examples of physical wealth is yung fitness natin, yung ating health, but also, ano ba yung mga pag-aari natin like kotse, bahay, gadgets. The next type of wealth is personal wealth or yung human capital natin, which means ito yung mga skills, knowledge, and talents at abilities. Ano ba yung mga kaya nating gawin? Ano yung mga personal wealth natin na hindi nakukuha ng ibang tao? Yun yung sinasabi nila dyan, di ba? Yung education mo, yung alam mo, yung skills mo, hindi yan yung wealth na hindi nananakaw ng ibang tao sa'yo. So, examples of personal wealth or yung human capital are your degrees, your college degrees, yung certifications, if you underwent training, and also yung mga skills na hinuhone mo, yung mga talents na pinapalago mo or pinapractice mo. Personal wealth or yung human capital, it's very important because it's because of your personal wealth kaya lumalaki ang iyong financial wealth or kaya gumaganda yung iyong financial status because it's hard to earn money if you don't know what you're doing or if you don't have the knowledge, the skills to earn money. The next type of wealth is yung social wealth. Pag sinabing social wealth, it refers to relationships and also your networks. Especially if you're an entrepreneur, you would need to have business networks, mga colleagues, including yung mga suppliers and customers. Dapat nini-nurture mo yung relationships mo because that is a type of social wealth. So kasama sa social wealth natin yung mga friends, even yung mga mentors, kahit na online mo lang sila nakakausap, those will still have value. And it also includes yung community. Depende na kung ano yung naiisip mo pag naririnig mo yung word na community. For some people, it is their local community, yung kapitbahay. Some would be their church. For some people, it will be related to their hobby. Kunwari, you are into sports, so yung mga lagi mo nakakalaro. May friend ako na mahilig mag-tennis, so meron na siyang tennis community na minimit lang niya tuwing weekend pero very close na siya sa kanila. So naglalaro sila ng tennis every weekend. So depende kung ano yung hobby mo, that also includes yung mga interest and passion. But I think humans being social beings, it's important for us to feel that we belong in a community. And it's up to you to find your community. The fifth type of wealth is yung time wealth. And para sa akin, this is something that not a lot of people realize or think about. Pag sinabi nating time wealth, this is having the freedom over your schedule. Yung hindi dinidikta ng iba or hindi kontrolado ng iba yung oras mo. Kung ano yung gusto mong gawin, nagagawa mo. If we talk about time wealth, it also refers to your passive income. Because admittedly, most of our waking hours is spent on working. So if you have passive income, you won't need to work as much. Kasi meron ka ng cash flow na dumadating kahit na hindi ka nagtatrabaho. Meron kang residual income or passive income. So having passive income is a manifestation or a form of time wealth. Kung meron ka ring flexible work, especially sa mga freelancers, yung mga remote workers, mas maraming time wealth yung mga yan. Meron akong kaibigan, he spends a lot of time traveling kasi remote worker siya, tapos output-based yung kanyang trabaho. Meaning, hindi niya kailangan na nagla-log in or nagta-time in, time out do sa work niya. Basta nadi-deliver niya doon sa kanyang employer yung mga pinapagawa sa kanyang reports and analysis, then all good. So having flexible work is also a manifestation or a form of time wealth. The sixth type of wealth is emotional wealth or psychological wealth. Mental well-being and resilience, kasama na rito kung meron ba tayong peace of mind, may mga lagi bang bumabagabag sa atin, malinis ba yung konsensya natin, or kamusta yung stress natin sa trabaho, or stress natin sa ibang aspects ng buhay natin, stress sa relationships with family, with friends, with our loved ones, or romantic partners. So lahat yan, it all contributes to our emotional or psychological wealth. The next type of wealth is yung spiritual wealth. And while some would also bundle this within your emotional wealth, I think this also deserves a different category. So when we say spiritual wealth, this refers to our sense of purpose in life. Ano ba yung meaning of life sa atin? Ano ba yung purpose natin? Bakit tayo nabubuhay? So medyo mas profound. Some of the examples of spiritual wealth is our sense of fulfillment with how we are living our life. Kung meron bang sense of direction and purpose yung ginagawa natin every day. Ano ba yung ating status sa ating faith or belief system? If you're a Catholic or Christian, for example, how is your relationship with the Lord? So, maraming aspects ang spiritual wealth, kaya hiniwalay ko talaga siya. Nurturing your spiritual wealth along with your emotional wealth will also contribute to your physical wealth. Itong mga different types of wealth talagang related siya. If one type of wealth suffers, domino effect, other types of wealth will be affected. So, kung hindi maganda or you have poor emotional wealth and spiritual wealth, that will manifest in your physical wealth. So, siguro magkakasakit ka, etc. And of course, that will also affect your financial wealth kasi magiging magastos dahil magkakasakit ka. Finally, the last type of wealth, which is something that I recently just realized, is we have environmental wealth, which refers to the quality of our surroundings. Saan ka ba nakatira? Kamusta yung mga tao sa paligid mo? Kamusta yung location kung saan ka gumagalaw? Not just your home, but also your office and yung dinadaanan mo. Saan ka ba nakatira na syudad, probinsya? Because admittedly, these are things that is most of the time beyond our control. Wala tayong control sa nangyayari sa paligid natin. However, we do have control over the decision to stay in that place or stay in that location. So on that aspect, we can definitely influence kung ano ba ang status ng ating environmental wealth. So, are you living in a place with clean air? Are you living in a location that is safe and secure? Low criminal rates, there are job opportunities around you. It's hard to live in a place na sobrang crowded, maraming tao, madumi, etc. It's not something that we usually think about, but nevertheless very important. Now, I want you to think about your wealth inventory. Mag-inventaryo ka, mag-rate ka nung 8 different types of wealth mo. Rate each one from 1 to 10 and then ask yourself, are you happy with that level? And if not, paano mo siya may improve or paano mo mapapataas yung level of wealth mo on that category? Para sa akin, sa rating, anything that is 7 or up is acceptable. So when it comes to financial wealth, which refers to our money and paper assets, and examples of these are bank savings and investments, I would like to give myself a rating of 8. I am fortunate enough na nasa stage na ako ng financial life ko na okay naman ako. But if I were to improve it, I think I would want more passive income. At yung passive income na to, hindi siya purely coming from dividends, etc. I think ang kailangan ko talagang passive income are the income that comes from an automated business or from a rental property. So, yun yung binibigyan ko ng focus when it comes to my financial wealth. But overall, I am very happy with my financial wealth. Kaya 8 yung ating rating dyan. Physical wealth, which refers to our health, and isama na natin yung mga tangible assets. Para sa akin, number 6 yan, not because I want more material things, but it is on the health aspect. I've been able to progress in recent years to improve my health, pero feeling ko kulang pa rin kasi hindi ko pa rin na-achieve yung aking ideal weight. Especially late last year until today, medyo na-busy din talaga ako sa ibang aspects ng buhay ko na naging rare or less frequent yung pagpunta ko sa gym. Although, ang goal ko kasi is to be at the gym or mag-workout ng mga 3 to 4 times a week. Pero since last quarter of last year, mga 2 to 3 times lang ako nakakapag-workout and kulang. Para sa akin, marami pa akong pwedeng gawin. Particularly, I would also want to explore more physical activities, probably get into a sport para mas ma-encourage ako na lumabas. Okay na ako sa nutrition ko. I believe that I am making healthy food choices already, but I do need more physical activities. Kaya 6 yung binigay ko na rating sa aking physical wealth. Personal wealth or yung human capital, which refers to skills, knowledge, and abilities. Para sa akin, ang score ko dito ay 7. I am very happy with what I currently know. However, I believe na mayroon pa akong pwedeng mga matutunan, new and deeper knowledge. Para sa akin, yung deeper knowledge yung gusto kong i-prioritize. For example, I do know things about AI and nakapag-take na ako ng course on prompt engineering. So very interesting. At best, I would say na hindi na ako beginner when it comes to AI. I know the basics of how to use yung mga different AI tools. But I think it's good for me to have a deeper understanding of it and even explore yung mga intermediate and advanced tools. So, nandun ako sa stage na yon na okay na naman yung mga alam ko, pero mas maganda kung mas malalim yung pagkakaintindi ko sa kanya at mas marami pa akong matutunan tungkol dun sa specific topics na yon. So, I'm giving myself 7 and hoping to have new and deeper knowledge and understanding of the things that I currently know. Social wealth, which refers to our relationships and networks, na realize ko nung nire-rate ko to na mataas pala ang aking social wealth. And that's why I gave myself a 9. Because I am in constant communication with friends. I do have a close circle of friends na nakakausap ko sa mga bagay-bagay. But also, I am part of several communities. Meron akong professional community, mga colleagues na nakakausap ko din at nami-meet every so often. I have friends from college and high school na I am also in communication with. And different interest, different aspects of my life. Meron akong community. I love playing board games, so I do have a board game community. etc. And this also includes my family, wherein nami-meet ko sila, mga kapatid ko, yung mom ko. Every so often also, we do carve out time to go out, spend time with each other. So para sa akin, maganda yung aking social wealth, and feeling ko it's just a matter of sustaining yung constant communication. I am already very happy of where I am when it comes to my social wealth. Pagdating sa time wealth, which refers to the freedom over your schedule, I am giving myself a 6. I don't know if this is intentional na binabaan ko, because I really have this inner desire to have more passive income. But na-realize ko, ang kailangan kong i-focus when it comes to time wealth is yung prioritization ko. Number one, probably would be to be better at choosing which tasks or which projects to accept. So yung prioritization, but also having less distractions. Somehow related dun sa social wealth, one of the reasons why mataas yung social wealth ko is because kapag may nagyaya sa akin na friends, I rarely hesitate. So, lumalabas ako, I meet them, which also affects yung aking current projects na ginagawa. So, I begin to notice na nagiging distracted ako kasi instead of me really focusing on the work that I need to do, ay bigla akong napapachat doon sa mga friends ko kasi tatanungin ko, ano nga ba yung gagawin natin this weekend, etc. So when it comes to time wealth, I think I need to prioritize better, learn to say no, and also be aware of the distractions that is taking away my concentration and focus. Next is emotional wealth or yung psychological wealth, which is particularly sa mental well-being and resilience. Particularly for me, ang concern ko dito, that's why I am giving myself a 6, is yung stress. Admittedly, I have been very stressed lately. The more accurate term would be overwhelmed by the tasks that I need to do. I am optimistic that in the coming months, my emotional wealth, particularly my stress management, will improve. Yon. Spiritual wealth, or ano ba yung sense of purpose natin or sense of meaning natin. For me, I am content. So I am giving myself a 7 on that aspect. However, I realize that I need deeper whys. It comes with my nihilistic attitude kasi optimistic nihilist ako. I rarely think about the purpose of life, sense of meaning, etc. Para sa akin, it's up to you to define that. So walang bigger purpose in life, etc. However, I do need to give myself a deeper reason why I do the things that I do. One exercise that I think would be very helpful to practice is yung asking yourself why 3 times. I did an exercise with a friend na sinabi niya sa akin na gusto niyang matuto mag-bake. So I asked him, bakit? So that's the first why. Sabi niya, gusto niya mag-bake kasi iniisip niya, pwede niyang gawing racket as extra income. Magbebenta siya sa mga office mates niya, sa mga friends niya. I asked, bakit? Bakit mo gustong magkaroon ng extra income? That's the second why. Sabi niya, feeling niya, hindi siya nakakapag-ipon. And gusto niya not just save, but also start to invest. So I asked the third why. Bakit? Bakit mo gustong makapag-ipon? Bakit gusto mo makapag-start ng investing? Na-realize niya na yes, masaya yung life niya, pero he realized that he is not really preparing for his future. Nandun siya sa stage ng buhay niya na iniisip niya, ayaw niyang tumanda na walang ipon at walang investment. Naisip din niya na hindi siya pwedeng magtrabaho buong buhay. Iniisip niya, paano kung bigla akong magkasakit or biglang may mangyari sa akin? Paano kung magkaroon siya ng major illness, etc. So yun yung mga worries niya na naibigay sa akin. From the simple thought of gusto niya mag-aral, paano mag-bake, umabot dun sa preparing for his retirement and being able to be financially independent when he grows old. Ngayon, by asking why 3 times, by asking yourself, bakit mo gusto gawin yan? Mas nakakuha siya ng deeper reason. So, nag-enroll na siya sa isang baking class. Let's just say na gumising siya at tinatamad siya pumasok dun sa kanyang baking course kasi every weekend lang yon. Balikan niya yung reason niya, yung deeper why niya na I am doing this because I am preparing for my future. Ayokong umasa sa mga kapatid ko. Ayokong ma-experience yung nanglilimos ka ng pera sa mga kamag-anak mo kasi wala kang pera pang pagamot kung may sakit ka. So yun yung iniisip niya, yung deeper reason niya. And that really gives him the energy na pumasok, no? At pumunta doon sa kanyang baking class. I think sa spiritual wealth ko or yung having that sense of purpose or meaning in life, it's important for me to go back to the reasons why I am doing the things that I'm doing and test myself by asking 3 whys for each of my goals in life. Lastly, environmental wealth, which refers to our settings or environment or our location. I believe I'm privileged enough to have a high rating sa ating environmental wealth. I live in a peaceful location. Yung traffic ang problema dito sa lugar ko. But nevertheless, it is safe, it is clean, quiet, and secure. So I would say ang challenge ko lang dito is yung maintenance and upkeep. Of course, I want to maintain my good relationship with my neighbors without saying kailangan mapanatili ko din yung cleanliness ng lugar ko, 'di ba? We do have a herb garden dito na mini-maintain. So syempre, alagaan 'yon. Usual practice natin tuwing summer, nag-spring cleaning tayo. So that's part of it. And also, I'm planning to do a quick inventory of the stuff around the house and see if I can get rid some of the clutter. Because yung clutter o yung gulo ng lugar, yung dami ng gamit, it contributes to our emotional wealth, di ba? Pag magulo masyado yung nasa paligid natin, na ang hirap gumalaw, affects our mood, it affects other aspects of our life and can influence yung paano natin napapalago yung ibang types of wealth that we have. So given this, I encourage you to also do the same, a wealth inventory sa sarili mong buhay. Most of us, we tend to focus solely on growing our financial wealth and forget about the others. Yung ating physical wealth, personal wealth, social wealth, time wealth, emotional wealth, spiritual wealth, and environmental wealth. Because wealth isn't just about what you have, it's also about who you are. It also refers to who you're with and also how you live. Wealth isn't just about what you have, it's also who you are, who you're with, and how you live.